Hi everyone, Ron Crider reporting for duty today. It's Friday. I will have the numbers for you today. As you can see, it is 10 minutes past 6 a.m. in the morning when I'm putting this first segment together. This is my day 247. Yes, I have done 247 of these numbers reports since March, pretty much around March the 10th on my birthday. Yesterday, the Dow Jones average was around 29,483 at the close of business. I'll put the new Dow Jones averages up here on the right side of your screen today. 35 days until Christmas, 42 days left in this year. 38 of my 43 radiation days, only 5 more to go. I can do it on one hand now. 5 more to go. All right, I'm reporting from Vero Beach, from the condo here at Victoria in Indian River Shores. And I want to tell you that first, I tell you every day, I don't put these commercials up here. If you see the commercial up here, you can hit the skip button if you want to skip past the commercial. Don't forget the school zone over here on Beachland Boulevard. They really mean business, 20 miles per hour, a little bit over that, and you will get a fine that is double the normal speeding fines. So you don't want to do that. I say every day I go to the hospital, I see people pulled over. Please, please, please protect our children. Don't speed when you go through a school zone, Beachland, or anywhere within the sound of my voice. They mean it. Don't forget to get your flu shot. And also, don't forget to push the like button. I would appreciate that very much. As you know, this is not good. Our numbers are not good at all. And everybody says, well, you're doom and gloom, Crider. All you ever do is give us bad news. No, I give you the news. I'm a logical guy. I give you the information such as it is, and I try to give it as free as I can from any politicizing. So I trust that you will accept that. I mean, all of you who watch me, you know pretty much where I come from and what my politics are, but I really try to leave that out of it when I report each day. All right, Florida's rising numbers of COVID-19 infection kept climbing on Thursday. That was yesterday, with 9,085 more people testing positive amid a month-long trend of increases. So the testings have been going up. The positivity rate has been going up. However, our deaths have not necessarily kept pace with that. They have been somewhat less, and that's a good thing. Thursday's report, based on health department data, showed that the second highest number of new cases for this month, following 10,105 infections tallied on Sunday, the third highest number of cases this month was recorded on Tuesday. The state on Thursday confirmed 81 new deaths associated with COVID-19. The official death toll for the virus in the state since the pandemic began was 18,030. Lots of deaths. Obviously, lots of deaths. Public health experts say the virus is considered under control when the COVID-19 test positivity rate is under 5%. And I tell you that every day. Florida exceeded the 5% by both its measure of assessing the rate for testing these residents. In the first calculation, it was 8.16. Yesterday, it was down to 7.58. In the previous day, using the second testing method, it was 8.91, and yesterday it was down to 9.71. Now, I say this every day, and I'm going to continue to say it because we have to really push this, especially during the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, Christmas, and all the parties that are going to be thrown over these holidays. Listen, only you can stop this pandemic. Only you can stop the pandemic. You can listen to all the people on TV all the time. You can watch them, and they're going to tell you all kinds of stuff. The bottom line is it is 100% totally up to you until the vaccine appears. And the vaccine isn't going to be here anytime real soon. What I mean by that is we're not going to see it probably here on the Treasure Coast this calendar year. It will probably start appearing up here in January or February. And even then, we're still going to have to be very careful. So you are the only one that can help prevent the spread of this disease. Now, the CDC said more than 1 million COVID-19 cases were reported in the United States over the past 7 days. 1 million cases. Those are positive cases. As cases continue to increase rapidly across the United States, The safest way to celebrate Thanksgiving is to celebrate at home with the people that you live with. Now, here's the next most important item here. Gatherings with family and friends who do not live with you can increase the chances of getting or spreading COVID-19 or the flu. So they are suggesting don't invite your friends and family and everybody to get together and have a great big celebration like we're used to having. I always do that. Every year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, we get together with all of our family and friends, and the more the better. That's terrific. This year, less is better. Much less is better. You want to stay with the people that you are with all the time and don't bring new people into the fold. Like, for example, in my particular case, my family lives in Stewart, my daughter and her family with their college kids and so forth. They're going to celebrate together there by themselves without me. I'm going to celebrate here in Vero Beach without them. I much prefer to be with them. But it's just the right thing to do. The kids have been traveling. They're in motion all the time. And I'm 79 years old, for heaven's sakes. Now, I don't really want to do this, but I am going to do it because I think it's the right thing to do. I'm going to say again, only you can stop the spread of this pandemic. Okay, so there's no point in me really continuing to preach, but I do it every day, and I will continue to do so every day. I want to also say that I've received some exceptionally nice emails from you folks. Of course, I got a couple of nasty ones out there as well. Got ribbed really tough yesterday by a tough guy out there. That's okay. I'm used to it. Hey, Marines, this is the way it is with us. I mean, life is not easy being a Marine. And if you got to have thick skin to be a Marine, you really better have it. If you don't have it, you're going to be in big trouble. But yes, I did receive some very, very nice emails. And one in particular was from Jay Parm. And Jay, I most appreciate that. And I very much appreciate your service as well. So don't forget, we keep talking about vaccination certificates. I think that they are going to become a thing of the future. They will probably pop up sooner than later once we get the vaccine and once we get vaccinated. I think there's going to be a whole series of places you will be able to go, and probably through Clear, that you will be able to go into a place and know that everybody has had their vaccination certificate, and you can feel a little bit more comfortable. Let me give you the weather forecast now for Vero, Fort Pierce, and Stewart. This is the Treasure Coast. I remind you every day that's where all the buried treasure is, here on the Treasure Coast. So the weather forecast for today. Now, here's the problem. Sometimes I haven't been getting these numbers until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So since I get them very late, the weather forecast for the morning doesn't do us very much good. So the weather forecast in the morning, and no matter what, is partly cloudy in the morning, increasing clouds with periods of showers in the afternoon, high 79. The winds east-northeast 10 to 20 miles per hour. The chance of rain about 40%. As I say, it's 6:18 when I'm putting this together. I don't think you're going to get this between now and maybe 4 o'clock this afternoon. So this is going to be the most important part of the forecast. Our forecast for tonight for the Treasure Coast, a few clouds, slight chance of rain showers, low about 73 degrees, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, on Saturday, we can expect 50% chance of rain, showers early, then scattered thunderstorms developing later in the day. High tomorrow on Saturday is going to be 79 degrees. The winds east-northeast 10 to 20 miles per hour. Again, as I said, the chance of rain tomorrow on Saturday is going to be about 50%. All right, folks, let's dive right into the numbers. And by the way, don't forget, push the like button. I know this is the second time I've said it. I really do like those likes. And by the way, I'm going to continue to do these. It looks like it's going to be a couple of more months, and I'm going to try to keep cranking them out. And the nice emails that I receive from you folks is the reason that I keep doing it. Obviously, you care about it, and you would like me to continue, and I will continue to do so until this thing begins to subside. Alrighty, folks, let's dive right into the numbers. I'll be back. I want to tell you a little bit more about my friend Johnny Jetson here at the end of this video. Alrighty, folks, here we go with the numbers for Friday. Today is Friday, November the 20th. I did get these numbers in about 3:30. They're a little skeptical to me. I kind of wonder about, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but how is it possible to have exactly the same number of new cases yesterday and today? They say the positivity rate for the entire state of Florida is 9,085 yesterday, 9,085 today. Doesn't make sense to me. That's what they say. We got to go with the numbers that they're giving us. The new deaths for the past 24 hours was 76. That's down by 3. Yesterday, it was 79. The positivity rate for the entire state of Florida was 7.60. Now, let's take a look at Miami-Dade. 8 new deaths to report and 2,091 new positives. The positivity rate for Miami-Dade is 8.66. And then in Broward County, 4 new deaths to report, 943 new positives. In Palm Beach County, 3 new deaths, 510 new positives, 6.64 the positivity rate for Palm Beach County. Let's take a look at Orange County. That's Orlando. 1 new death to report, 557 new positives. The positivity rate for Orange County, Orlando, is 6.84%. And then Brevard, that's Melbourne. 4 new deaths to report in the past 24 hours, 189 new positives. The positivity rate in Melbourne is 8.43. And in St. Lucie County, that's Fort Pierce, no new deaths to report, 96 new positives. All right, in Martin County, no new deaths to report, 36 new positives. Martin County had a positivity rate of 6.19. And then in Indian River County, no new deaths to report, 47 new positives. Of the 47 new positives, 9 of them are in zip code 32960, 4 were in zip code 32963, and 9 were also in zip code 32967. So the positivity rate for Indian River County is 5.53. Let's take a look at the 7-day moving averages for the deaths as a result of COVID-19. The number is 65.29. That's up from 64.29 yesterday. Those are the number of deaths as a result of COVID-19. Approximately 65 people passed away as a result of COVID-19 each day for the past 7 days. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at the new daily cases in graph form. Let me apply the 7-day moving averages to these new daily cases. And there you can see that there is a constant rise going up. The last one I can report to you is November the 19th. But right in here during the September, middle to the end of September, we were way down, very far down, in very good shape. And lately we've been rising back up again. Here you can see that as of the 19th of November, we're on a steady rise. Now, these are the new cases. The biggest case day we had was on the 15th with 10,105. Now let's move down here and take a look at the death chart. This is the 7-day moving averages and the deaths for the entire state of Florida. And you can see that they are considerably down. Now, it is a little climbing up just a little bit right here. The last time we had a number in here was on the 19th, where we had 62 cases reported. Now, needless to say, it's nothing like it was over here in August. July and August was where our peaks were. Now, we don't like where we are now. We much prefer to be back here where we were in the early part of November. We were quite far down. And you can see that there is a steady stream going up. Now, the good news here, this is the most important thing I can say to you, is our death rate is not at anything like it was during the summertime, even though we have a lot of cases coming through. So it's not quite as bad as it may appear. All right, folks, we're taking a look now at the United States and how the deaths appear on all of the states of the United States. First, this is in the past 48 hours, 2,065 in the past 48 hours of number of people who passed away as a result of COVID-19. In first place, or as we refer to as worst place, Texas had 226. Illinois was in second place with 180. Michigan was in third place with 144. Pennsylvania was in fourth place with 104. California in fifth place with 97. Wisconsin in sixth place with 83. Tennessee in seventh place with 80. Florida, we were way down there in 8th place with 79. Nothing to brag about, but it's a lot better than being in first place. Colorado was way up there in 9th place with 79. Our friends in Minnesota, Minnetonka, Minnesota, in 10th place at 72. We'll go down here a little bit further and take a look at Ohio in 12th place with 63. Indiana, for the Hood family, in 13th place with 59. In Iowa, in 14th place for Lizzie, in 39th place. We'll go down a little bit further to Missouri in 16th place with 38. Our neighbor Georgia was in 17th place with 37. For Danny up in Jersey, look at this, Danny, 36. 36 in 18th place. You got to get on that, buddy. You got to get that, make that happen. Bring those numbers down. Let's take a look at New York in 20th place with 33. We'll go down a little bit further to Kentucky, 22nd place with 30. Massachusetts, 23rd place with 28. Maryland in 27th place with 21. Connecticut in 28th place with 21. Wyoming was in 29th place with 21. Go down a little bit further to Utah in 35th place with 16. Rhode Island in 42nd place with 4. District of Columbia was 2 in 43rd place. New Hampshire was in 44th place with 2. Maine was in 45th place with 1. Vermont was in 46th place with 1. Kansas did not report. Montana, Delaware, Alaska, and Hawaii did not report. Okay, here we are taking a look at what we refer to as the global view. USA cases, 11,720,318. USA deaths, 252,564. Global cases, 57,042,406. And global deaths, 1,362,426. This was accurate to within 7 minutes ago, and we did this on the 20th of November at 7:50 a.m. in the morning. Alrighty, folks, so here we are at the end of the video. Those are the numbers, as I always say, such as they are what they are. And we can't change them, and I try not to color them, and I try to give you the best information I can. We are celebrating the life of Johnny Jetson this week. Johnny Jetson Toffner. He was a business associate of mine. Johnny passed away. He was 71 years old. Johnny Jetson Toffner was famously known on the Treasure Coast and in the Bahamas just as Jetson. Born on January 26, 1949 in Port Chester, New York. He was a major entrepreneur, philanthropist, a proud military veteran. He lived in Pompano Beach, Florida before he moved up here to Fort Pierce in 1973. He was born in, as I said, January the 26th, 1949. Like I say, I knew him because I knew his grandparents at Florida Military Academy. I don't remember whether he actually went there or not. If he did, he was about 8 years younger than I, and so I was at that time like 16 years old. So he would have been a young guy at Florida Military Academy. Colonel T, his grandfather, was the CPA and accountant, and he was in charge of all the money at Florida Military Academy. The military academy was owned and operated by Colonel C.K. Bob Young. It was a really good school. We very much enjoyed going there and learned a whole lot. And his grandmother was in charge of the uniforms for Florida Military Academy. So the story I'm going to tell you today about Johnny, and I had totally forgotten about this story until last night when I was watching a Hallmark movie about Vienna, Austria. So Johnny didn't really care much about traveling to Europe or anything like that. He always used to accuse me of using big words. Crider, you always use those 50-cent words. And he could say things without using 50-cent words, and you pretty much got the idea of what he was talking about. But he called me up one day. He says, "Come on down here. I got something for you." And I said, "Oh, what's this? Tell me on the phone." No. You got to come down here. You got to see this." He says, "Guess what? I just won a contest for Magnavox." This is back in 75, 76. I just won a contest from Magnavox for a free trip to Vienna, Austria. He said, "I don't want to go to Austria. Well, I haven't lost anything in Austria. I have no interest in going to Austria. Why don't you go as Johnny Jetson?" Well, it sounded like a really good idea. You know, you don't get on an airplane and travel as someone else with a passport that says you're Ron Crider. Anyway, he kind of worked it out with Magnavox that, yes, I did travel when I was going through immigrations and passport control and all that as Ron Crider. But the rest of the time I had a little badge on that said I was Johnny Jetson. Because the people from Magnavox, these people from all over the United States, there were about 100 people on this airplane. The whole plane was full of Magnavox dealers from all over the United States. And he gave me this trip, and I went with my then wife Nancy, and we went to Vienna and really had an absolutely terrific time, and came back and celebrated Johnny Jetson once again by saying, "Hey, buddy, thank you very much. Really appreciate it." He said, "I hope you have a terrific time, because let me tell you," he says, I never wanted to go to Vienna, Austria, or any place like that." And he, of course, spent a lot of time in Vietnam and flying, and just a terrific military guy, and did a wonderful job. And we are very proud of him for having done that, and we appreciate his service. But I had totally forgotten about the fact that he had given us this trip to Vienna, Austria, for which we really very much enjoyed. So again, we're celebrating the life of Johnny Jetson Toffner, and he will be laid to rest on Saturday in Fort Pierce. So that's all I have to say today for our numbers. I'll be telling you some more stories about Johnny Jetson between now and Saturday. I hope you have a very, very blessed Friday. I look forward to seeing you back here on Saturday. Ron Crider signing off.